Hey guys, Pete Gluzak here from the Dean's office. It's January 9th and it's cabin fever at my house. I've got 6 inches of snow outside my window. I know a lot of you guys around the country are dealing with this cold blast that we have going on right now, but there's still a lot of great fishing opportunities in the country. And if you're unable to fish, great time to be reviewing some of the Bass University content and advancing your bass fishing IQ for next season. And that's what I'm doing. Last week, a big deal for me was listening to Seth Feider talk about how he uses Marabou hair jigs as the ultimate finesse baits for big smallmouth and one of the best sight fishing tools when you actually see a smallmouth triggering that bite with that Marabou hair jig. If you haven't seen it, go back and check that out. And we looked at some other things for Bass University TV. We let you guys know on social media. We looked at Jason Christie's wintertime techniques. Man, that's a big seminar for reservoir fishing in the wintertime, how the bait moves, how the fish set up that time of year, and how to catch them. So you want to go back and check that out. And Greg Hackney's shallow water sonar featuring his Garmin units. It makes an interesting point there, I think, about how the advancements in mapping technology and GPS has really pulled a lot of anglers off the bank to target ledges and offshore structure, and it's lessened the pressure in the shallow water. And he shows how he uses his sonar to be extremely effective in those shallow water situations. Definitely want to check that out. And we've got a really interesting seminar that I'm excited to see coming up this week is Mike Iaconelli talking about punch shotting. This is a Japanese technique that he learned when he was over in Japan just a few months ago, and he was catching some fish over there with it, and talks about how that technique works, why it's effective at triggering strikes in certain situations. It's called punch shotting, and you're going to want to watch that. That's going to be coming out this week, early this week, and of course later in the week we've got, who do we have later in the week? We've got a suspended bass seminar from John Murray, who's a fantastic Clearwater angler coming out from the West Coast area, dealing with Lake Mead and some of those Clearwater situations. He talks about how he uses those techniques in Clearwater to catch suspended fish. Very difficult fish to catch is a suspended fish. And we've got a Bass U Live coming up on January 18th. Want to check that out. Chris Lane is going to be with us on January 18th. And he's going to be talking about his seminars he's given up in Massachusetts for us this year, so you don't want to miss Chris Lane live, Bass University Live, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on January 18th. We also have an Ike Live show coming up this evening. This is January 9th, and that's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time as well. So there's a lot going on there, and I want to introduce you to the Search Bait. This is Storm's new swim bait, and I'm going to give you an up-close personal look at it. It's going to be on your shelves real soon. The folks at Storm have been designing this product for quite a while, and it's an amazingly consistent swim bait that is going to be effective for whoever throws it. It's simple swim bait fishing. If you haven't tried swim baits or you're intimidated by swim bait fishing, I want you to give a try to the Search Bait 360. You're going to really be impressed at how it triggers strikes from fish. It's going to help you get confident in swim bait fishing, and it's a great multi-species bait. I don't care if you're fishing for stripers, bass, smallmouth, pike. It's a terrific multi-species bait. You're really going to like it. I'm going to talk more about it. It's called the 360 Search Bait by Storm. So check that out. It is here at the Dean's office. We've got a lot going on. We got Indiana Bass University coming up this weekend. Really looking forward to meeting all the folks out there in Indiana. It's going to be a great event. I hope you'll come out and see us if one of our events comes close to you. They're really a great time. Tremendous amount of information that is passed along at those events. It's quite an experience. Come on out and check us out. I'm Pete Gluzak from the Dean's office.